Namaste everyone. Hi, I'm Jenny from JD Healing Vibes, and this evening we're going to do a gentle Yin Hatha Yoga class. So the emphasis in this class will be on mainly stretching type exercises or physical postures and cooling practices for both the body and the mind. And this gentle Hatha Yoga class or Yin Yoga class is suitable for a lot of people, pretty much everybody, especially if you want to wind down at the end of the day and relax and just really focus on letting go of the stresses and the responsibilities of the day. So it's a good evening class to do. It's a cooling class, so we're not going to be building up a lot of heat or energizing the body. We're focusing on relaxation mainly. And this is a good class for people who are starting out in yoga, want to try it out, see how you go with some of the yoga movements. It's also suitable for most pregnant ladies. You just need to always get your doctor's approval to do a yoga class and make sure that your pregnancy is going well. And you may have to modify as you progress in your pregnancy. If you do have injuries at all or other medical issues, as always, please seek your medical doctor's advice before starting yoga. But we're doing fairly gentle movements, so a lot of people will be able to do most of these movements. Some modification may be required for specific types of injuries or medical issues. So how about we get started? So as I always do, we're going to start with a preparation series of movements for the body and the mind, just starting to loosen up a little bit. So please have your yoga mat, standing on your yoga mat, and again coming into Tadasana. We're going to do some lovely deep breathing to begin with. So if we want to just check our posture, make sure that your feet are more or less parallel, about hip width apart, and that you are nice and balanced between the balls and the heels of the feet. And then moving up, tucking bottom and tummy in gently toward the spine, and then lift up your shoulders, bring them towards your ears, and then let them relax back and down. And your chin should be parallel to the ground. And then bringing palms together, gently resting thumbs to the chest. So we're going to be doing some slow, deep breathing. If you need to adjust the length of time for the breathing, if you're not used to doing full yoga breathing, then just breathe to comfort level for you and stop and rest if you need to. So we're going to start with a slow, deep breath in, if you can, through your nose. And then on your exhalation, bringing your arms down, turning palms out. Taking a slow, deep breath in, raising your arms. At the same time, slowly looking up if your neck is okay. Stretching up toward the ceiling, bringing palms together, and then exhaling slowly and deeply as we lower the hands gradually back down in front of the chest, and continuing down with your exhalation, turning palms out. Taking a slow, deep breath in again, gradually raising your arms, gradually looking up for those who can. Have a good stretch, bringing palms together. On your exhalation, slowly bringing the hands down through the center of the chest, and continue exhaling if you can as we bring the arms down. Turn the palms out. Taking a slow, deep breath in. Try and breathe in and out through your nose, as long as your nose is not blocked. Bringing palms together, exhaling slowly and deeply as we bring the hands down through the center, down through the chest, bringing your arms slowly down, palms facing out. Another slow, deep breath in. Gradually bring the arms up, having a good stretch. Bring the palms together, exhaling as we slowly lower. Bringing the hands down, gradually through the chest, coming down all the way. And we're going to do one more. So a slow, deep breath in, bringing the arms up, gradually looking up if you can. Stretch toward the ceiling. Palms together. Exhale as we slowly bring the hands down. Bringing the hands through the chest and all the way down. And just relax, allowing your breathing to come back to more normal rhythm. So now let's just do a little releasing, swinging movement. I just like to very loosely start to warm the spine up a little bit. And then coming back to your Tadasana mountain posture. And we're going to do now some shrugging of the shoulders up and down, just letting go of tension as we bring them up and down. And then bringing the shoulders right up towards your ears and gently and slowly rotating your head, loosening the neck, slowly coming around, and then reverse and slowly rotating your head the other way. So just again loosening the neck area, and then bring your head up slowly and letting the shoulders relax. Bring your arms out, stretching forward, taking a deep breath in. Bring your arms out as far as you can. Exhale, bring your arms across and clasping the shoulders. Have a good hug there. Inhale as we open the arms. Coming back out as far as we can. Exhale and reversing your arms, crossing them over. Clasp your shoulders, hugging into the shoulders. And then loosening the clasp, and you're going to gently draw a sideways figure of 8 or an infinity symbol by gently moving upper body, arms and shoulders. Again, this is just going to loosen up the spine gently as well as your shoulders. And then reverse, drawing your infinity symbol the other direction. Don't forget to move the arms so get that shoulder stretching happening as well. And then coming back into the center, taking a deep breath in, bringing your arms out to the side. On your exhalation, clasp your elbows and slowly turning to your right with your upper body, going into a little twist. Stretching arms back as far as you can. Breathing in, coming back slowly to the front. And then exhale as we turn slowly to the left, stretching arms back. Breathing in, coming back again to the center. Bring your hands a little lower down, perhaps level with the wrists. Deep breath in, raising the arms. So if you're able to, bringing them up over your head or just as far as you can. So if you need to have them more forwards, that's okay. On your exhalation, slowly moving over the right side into a little spinal sideways stretch. Inhaling, coming back to center. On your exhalation as we go towards the left. Breathing in, coming back to center. On your exhalation, bringing your arms down slowly, release, and a gentle roll of your shoulders, and reverse. And then we're going to do our final 2 spinal movements. We're going to do a gentle forward bend and then a gentle back bend. placing your hands on the top of your thighs. So for people who need to, they can bend their knees coming down. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, sliding your hands slowly down the legs, gradually lowering your upper body. And remember to just go as far as you feel comfortable. For those who are comfortable, releasing the arms, just letting them sway a little bit. And lifting the buttocks a little bit more, so lovely stretch to the spine and back of the legs. Breathing in, sliding the hands up, so uncurl the spine gradually, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming back to centre. Bring your hands onto your lower back. So now we're going to do that little back bending movement. If you have neck issues, just look forward. Don't try and take your head up. So just remembering that. Bending the knees slightly, pressing the tailbone forward and the pelvis moving forward, drawing the shoulders back, slowly taking your head up and your upper body gently back, coming into just a careful back arch. Exhale and come up slowly, bringing the head back to the centre. Bring your hands back onto your thighs, and we're going to repeat that set one more time. So deep breath in, exhale, sliding the hands down, bending knees for those who need to. Slowly take the upper body down as far as you can, hanging loosely with your arms or hands resting on the legs, lifting the buttocks. Take some deep breaths. Breathing in, slide the hands up the legs, so uncurling the spine gradually, slowly. Head coming up at the end. Bringing hands to the lower back area, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone forward, moving upper body back slowly. Arching back a little, those who can, looking up toward the ceiling. Exhale, come up slowly, bringing your head back to the centre. Place your hands on your waist and gently rotate your bottom to loosen up the hip area. It's also a lovely one for the lower back. And release the other way, circling slowly. Coming back to centre, bend your knees and roll the top of one foot forward and over. So it's a little foot stretch, stretching top of the foot up to the toes, coming onto the ball of the foot, press down and gently rotating into your ankle. Then reverse the direction. Bring your foot up, give the foot a little shake and pressing your heel firmly into the floor. Coming back to do the other one, so bending the knees first, rolling the other foot over, so once again stretch it out, press firmly, coming up to toes, coming on to the ball of the foot, rotating into your ankle, then reverse. And lift and shake the foot, a little bit of a squeeze to that heel. Coming back, and we're going to bring our feet about 1 metre apart. So now we're working a little bit on the legs for this next one. This one is an inner thigh stretch. So you're going to turn your left foot to the left and then angle the right foot also to the left. Hips and shoulders should face knee or face forward. Keep your hands on your waist. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, bending the left knee, slide the left foot forward until we make as close to a right angle position as we can, stretching through right leg. Open up this knee, so this is this inner thigh stretch, and then just relaxing, arms down, shoulders back and down. Just taking a couple more deep breaths. It's also working on strengthening this thigh as well as this nice open stretch there. Good. Hands back to the waist. Straighten the left leg, turning left toes inwards, turning right toes to the right, and then left toes a little bit more to the left. Take a deep breath in, exhale, bending the right knee, slide the foot away a little bit so we can get down into that nice strong right angle, stretching through the left leg, open up a little bit more into that inner thigh, relaxing the arms down, relax the shoulders back, just keeping the chin parallel to the ground, taking deep breaths. So we should be feeling this stretch through here, also working on strengthening the right thigh. Right, bring the hands back to the waist, straighten the right leg, turn right toes in, heel toe, all the way walking back and just giving the legs a little bit of a shake. And then bringing the knees together, bend them and hands just resting above the knees, gently circling into the knees, and this will warm up and loosen up the knee joints a little bit. Reverse those circles. And then forwards and backwards a few times. And then bend them and gently go side to side a few times. Back to centre, pressing the knees back. Uncurl as we come up slowly. Relax your shoulders. And then feet about hip width apart again. We're going to bend the knees. This time we will swing again, but this time it's just the upper body swing. So your heels should stay on the ground. So we're going to relax the arms. They should be nice and loose. Breathing in, exhale to the side. So inhale to the centre, exhale to the side. And back to centre and just have a nice loose swing here. So we've now done our gentle warming up, loosening up series. So we're going to do a couple of different asana movements, and we're going to be focusing on holding them for about 3 deep breaths if we can. And as I said before, these are mainly focusing on the cooling aspect, which is the relaxing, little bit of mental focus and concentration. So we're going to do 2 asana that work on spinal stretches mainly, and we're going to put them together in a little sort of paired up sequence. So we're going to be doing a triangle posture, Trikonasana, and then a rotated triangle, which is Parivrtta Trikonasana. And we'll be doing that on both sides. So we're going to start, the mat will be in this wide waist position, and starting a little bit similar to the last movement we did, stepping your feet about 1 metre apart, placing your hand on the waist. This, by the way, is a basic triangle that we're doing. We're not doing a really strong version of this movement. For both of these asana, we are going to be keeping our legs straight, so we're not bending them. Turning your left foot to the left, angle the right foot to the right. Once again, because it's a side stretch, pelvis, shoulders face forward. We're not rotating that way for this first one, which is the triangle posture. Take a deep breath in, bringing arms up to shoulder height. On your exhalation, starting to move towards the left side. So you're stretching over the left side and just relax your right arm down onto the side of the body. For those who want to work a little bit more, try and stretch further out towards the opposite wall. This again is another good one for stretching the inner thigh too. Turn your left palm to face forward. On your exhalation, bringing your left hand, just resting wherever it lands on that leg, and it shouldn't be touching the floor. We don't want to bend down to do that because then we're not doing a really open side stretch. We want to keep that top part of the body nice and open. Bring your right arm around the back of the waist and clasp around the back of the waist. Open the chest. And then touching the right shoulder, breathing in, stretching the right arm vertically up if you can, palm facing forward. Now, this is where we're going to just hold it for a few deep breaths. If you can, you're looking up to your top palm, but if your neck is uncomfortable doing that, adjust your head. So you can even look down if you need to. It's wherever your neck is going to be more comfortable. And at this point, you're really focusing on some slow, deep breaths. These ones are also beautiful ones for massaging into the waist and the belly. I think that's about 3 deep breaths. So we're going to engage the core, breathing in, come up slowly, back to center, palms facing down. So we're now going to move into the revolved version of this triangle posture, and you are going to end up facing behind you. So you might like to just watch me and see what I'm doing, because once we are doing the behind part of it, you're actually not going to be able to see unless you've got a mirror. So we're going to step the right foot forward just a little bit so the heels are not quite as in line again, because this one is a rotated version. Taking a deep breath in, on your exhalation, bringing your left arm down, right arm goes up, and we're rotating towards the left. Continue rotating your upper body to face behind you, and you're bringing your both arms to shoulder height, palms pressing towards the wall that you're facing. And we just take some deep, slow breaths. Now the second position is we're going to go forward from here. So we take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, bending forward and bringing the right hand to the left leg. Slide it down as low as you can without bending the knees. So some people will be further up, some people will be further down the leg towards the foot for some people. If you can, lifting the left arm vertically up and pressing the bottom shoulder towards the back wall. We just take some deep breaths. We have got a little bit of a balance here too. So focusing on deep breaths, and this is where we try and hold for 3 deep breaths. And then engaging the core. Push up slowly, coming back to first position. Exhale as we bring left arm down, right arm goes up, rotating around to face forward, and then lower the arms slowly, turning left toes in and walking back, heel toe, just have a little shake of the legs, and anything that needs a massage, bending the knees, so maybe the knees, the inner thighs, just a little massage there, and then coming up slowly, uncurl, and alternately rolling the shoulders and reverse. Also, these ones are really good for opening the chest. If you have a tendency to stoop and round your shoulders, this is a really good series of movements to help to train yourself to reverse that problem, so eventually you have that lovely straight spine again and nice upright shoulders. So we're going to do the reverse of that. So once again, stepping your feet about 1 metre apart, hands on the waist, starting with our triangle posture, turning right foot to the right, angle the left foot the same way so your heels are in line, hips, shoulders facing the way you're facing, and legs are straight. Breathing in, bringing the arms to shoulder height. On your exhalation, we're stretching toward the right and just relaxing the left arm to the thigh. If you want to work more strongly, stretch further. Just be aware for people with any lower back issues, don't overdo it. Turning right palm forward, bringing right hand to rest on the leg, open the chest. If you don't want to collapse the front of the body. Taking the left arm around the back of the waist, grab the waist so you can open the chest a bit more. And then touching left shoulder, breathing in, stretching the left arm vertically up if you can. Slowly looking up toward the top palm, or adjust your head if your neck is uncomfortable. And taking 3 slow deep breaths if you can. Remember, arm movements can be modified if you feel uncomfortable in the shoulder area particularly, and also head movements can be modified for any neck issues. Engaging the core, breathing in, push up slowly, coming back to the center, palms facing down. So we're going to go into the revolved version. If you wish, you can just watch first and then do it after I've shown you how to do it. So we're going to take the left foot a little bit forward, not in line with the heels anymore. Again, you're going to be facing behind you to do the rotated version. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, bringing your right arm down, left arm goes up, so rotating towards the right. Continue rotating until you face behind you, bringing the arms up to shoulder height, palms pressing towards the back wall. Taking deep breaths. And then moving into the second position, taking a deep breath in. Exhale, bending forward, bringing left hand to right leg. Slide the hand down as low as you can and bringing the right arm vertically up if you can. Press the bottom shoulder towards the back wall. Taking deep breaths. Again, remember to modify that top arm if you need to. If you have any issues with your shoulder, keep focusing on deep breaths. Good. Now engaging the core, breathing in, push up slowly, come back to upright, exhale, bringing right arm down, left arm comes up, rotating back around to the front. On your exhalation, lower the arms slowly, turning right toes in, carefully walking back, heel toe, have a little shake of the legs again. And once again, just bending the knees, give the thighs and the inner thighs a little bit of a rub too. Gently uncurling your spine and alternately rolling the shoulders and reverse. And then we'll finish this little sequence here off with some gentle bottom circles, just to release the lower back. Those ones can be, they do work the core a little bit and the lower back as well, helping to strengthen ultimately the lower back area. Coming back and with your fists, giving that lower back a little bit of a massage, a little bit of a rub. Good. All right, so that is our little sequence of the side stretch and then the twist, spinal twist. And the next standing position that we're going to do, so this is going to be our last asana before we get down to do our floor work. So we're going to do some balancing work, and this has got mental concentration as well. And we're going to do the tree posture, Vrksasana, and the tree posture, we're going to start by doing some gentler variations first before we try and do the full posture. I'm going to just step off the mat, going back a little bit, so because this one you're going to actually also need to see arms as well. And we're going to start with our gentler versions first in preparation for the balance. If you need to stand next to a wall for support, just placing your hand on the wall, then please do. And then when you feel you're a little bit steady, try taking your hand off the wall just to see if you can balance. So balance is really, really important because we want to maintain our sense of balance as we grow older. Especially it's going to be very helpful to prevent falls and then of course breakages of bones, etc. So first of all, make sure that you are standing well in mountain posture, and make sure that you're balanced between the balls and the heels. Spread the toes. And little trick when we're doing a one-legged balance is to focus on a stationary spot, usually at eye level if possible, and that will help you to steady your balance. So from here, we're going to shift the weight a little bit over to your right, bend your left knee, bring your left foot and just rest it on top of the right foot so the knee will point forward, and taking some deep breaths, looking at that stationary spot that you've chosen at eye level. Focus on the breath. So these are sort of helping you to get the idea of the balance on the foot, and also to strengthen the ankle and the foot. That's good. And then bringing that foot back, so we're going to do the other side. So shifting the weight a little to the left. Bend the right knee, bring the right foot, place it on top of the left foot. Once again, try and steady there. Focus on your breath and looking at that stationary spot in front of you at eye level. Deep breaths. Keeping bottom and tummy tucked in, so you're maintaining that nice engaged core. And then release, coming back to standing in Tadasana. So we're going to go a little bit further. We're going to go up to the next stage, still doing our preparation movements. So we're going to shift the weight again to the right, bend the left knee, this time placing the left foot on top of the right knee. So it's a little bit stronger. The knee is still pointing forward, and we're taking some deep breaths. Steady gaze, looking at eye level. Bring the foot down, shift over to the left, bend the right knee, and then bring the right foot up onto the left knee. Once again, steady the gaze. Try and keep nice and steady on that left leg. Again, these ones are strengthening for the foot, the ankle, the leg that you're standing on. Very good. And then relax. Have a little shake of the legs. All right, now we're going to practice the arm movement, because with the full tree posture we do have an arm movement as well. So we're going to just get that going, and then we'll practice the whole full position. So this is just the arm movement at this stage. So relaxing the shoulders back, turn the palms out, breathe in deeply, bringing your arms up, stretching up, bringing palms together, linking the thumbs. Try and draw the elbows back towards the ears and taking some deep breaths. And then bending your elbows, bring the hands to rest on top of your head, pushing the elbows backwards a little more. So this one's got a good shoulder stretching element. And then bringing arms out, thumb and index finger together. Turn the palms down. Exhale, bringing arms down beside you. So now we're going to do the balance and then put that arm movement with it as well. Now this is the full tree posture for those who can do it, or you just go to whatever stage of what we just practiced. And so a little bit more challenging balance, and also a little bit of hip opening that we're going to do with this position. Placing your hands on your waist, shift the weight over to the right, bending the left knee. Left foot to right foot first, slide the foot up slowly. See if you can bend down and grab the ankle and bring the left foot up to press onto the inside of the thigh, opening the knee outwards. And then steady your gaze, bringing arms down, palms out. So the arm movement next. When you're ready, breathing in, bring the arms up slowly, palms together, stretch up, keep breathing. Exhale, bending the elbows, bring the hands to rest on the head, elbows out. Breathing in, taking arms out, bringing thumb and index finger together, rotating palms down. Exhale, bring your arms down slowly, and then gently release the leg. Have a little shake of the legs. So that one is working on the hip opening element as well as obviously our balance. Mental concentration, so it's a really good mental exercise as well. Alright, so let's try the other side. So hands on the waist again. Shift the weight to the left, bend the right knee. So we're going to bring right foot to left foot first, steadying, sliding the foot up, wrapping around the ankle if you can, placing that right foot into the inner thigh, press it in firmly, open the knee out to the side, bringing the arms down, palms out, deep breaths. Inhale, slowly raising them up, steadying as you come up. Palms together, stretching up. Deep breaths, focusing on that stationary spot. Exhale, bending the elbows, hands resting on top of the head. Let's try and keep those elbows back. Bring the arms out. Thumb and index finger together, rotating palms down. Exhale as we lower the arms, slowly down, and then gently lower the leg. Once again, just a little release of the legs. And just to release the knees a little, bring them together. We'll do just a little bit of knee circling again. And reverse, forwards and backwards. And side to side, back to centre, and come up slowly, relax your shoulders, have a good little gentle swing, sway from side to side. Good, alright, so this is the conclusion of our standing part of the class. So at this stage, if you want to have a little break, you can switch the video off and come back to do the seated part of the class. Maybe have a little bit of water as well, and then come back, or otherwise you can continue on to do the sitting part of the class. Now for the sitting part of the class, a couple of little supports may be helpful for some people. So a cushion is a possible assistance, and also something, it could be a cushion or something like this little foam support to put under the knee if you need it for support. We're going to be doing a movement that is called the camel posture, where the knees are going to be on the floor for a little bit, and so sometimes it's nice to have a little support. It could be maybe a couple of cushions under each knee, or this particular support you can actually put both knees on it, or you can even have, if you've got two, you can put one under each knee. So some people need the support, but others may not. So just, it's always handy to have it just in case you need it. So come back with those. We're going to do our crossing over posture for those who can, to come down, and then I'm going to come back just to move the camera so we get a bit more of a close-up, as we're really quite far away at this stage. So we're going to bring palms together, crossing one leg over the other. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bending the knees, easing down slowly, and eventually bringing either the knee or the bottom to the floor, and gently release, give the legs a little bit of a shake, and then I'll be back a little bit more of a close-up for you. So here we are back again and ready to do our sitting part of the class. So let's just do some gentle releasing, leaning back, and a little flop of the knees in and out. It's just loosening up the legs a little, feet together, and rocking gently side to side. And back to centre, bending the knees, feet a little apart. Take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, moving your knees to the left and gently turning head to the right. Inhale, coming back to centre. Exhale, knees to the right, head to the left. Inhale, coming back to centre. So we'll do one more set. Exhaling, knees going to left, head to the right. Breathing in, back to centre. And then exhale, knees to the right, head moving gently to the left. Inhale, coming back to the centre, gently release, stretching the legs out and coming and sitting upright. And just have a little shake of the legs. Bend, pat the back of the thighs, inner thighs, and a little rub to knees. Good, all right, so first of all, we're going to do a gentle spinal twist, and then we're going to do also a gentle side stretch. These ones are suitable for anybody that has knee issues because we're going to be keeping our legs straight, so you're not going to need to bend your knees. So leaning forward a little, grabbing the buttocks, pull the buttocks out so we're forward on the sit bones. Sit up nice and tall. And then bring the shoulders towards your ears, roll them back and relax them down, chin parallel to the ground. If you feel that you need a little support under your bottom, that's where the cushion comes in handy. Just tuck it a little bit underneath your bottom if you need it. And then opening the legs, not too wide a stretch for this one. So we're going to be starting off with a gentle spinal twist. Placing your right hand on your left knee and your left hand on the floor behind you. Take a deep breath in, extend and lengthen up first. On your exhalation, pressing against the left leg, turn your upper body slowly to the left and looking towards the left shoulder, keeping the neck soft, chin parallel to the ground. If you want to go a little deeper into the movement, taking your left arm round the back of your waist, grabbing a hold of the waist or right thigh and holding for a couple more deep breaths in and out. Just gentle spinal twist. Remember, don't work the neck, keeping it soft. Release. Breathing in, slowly turning back around to the front and then bringing left hand onto right knee, right hand on the floor behind you. Breathing in, extend up first. Exhaling, press against the right leg, turn slowly to the right and softly looking towards the right side or the right shoulder. If you wish to go a little bit deeper, taking your right arm around the back of your waist, grab a hold of the waist or the left thigh and deep breaths in and out. Release, breathing in, turning back around to the front. Give your shoulders a little roll and reverse. And then from here, we're going to keep our legs like this. We're going to go into a little side stretch. This is a nice gentle one as well. So you're going to bring your right hand next to the right thigh and then turn your left palm to face upwards. Breathing in, raising the left arm next to your ear. On your exhalation, slide the right hand away. Begin bending the right arm, lowering down onto the forearm, keeping that left shoulder up above your ear and looking towards the ceiling underneath the top arm. Of course, you can modify that if you need to for any neck issues. Focus on deep breaths. So Again, we're just trying to hold these positions for 3 deep breaths if you're able to. And then a little bit of core engagement, breathing in, push up to center. Exhale as we bring left arm down. The hand goes next to that thigh. Turning right palm up. Deep breath in, raising the right arm level with your ear. On your exhalation, sliding left hand down, bending the arm so we can rest on the forearm. Top arm, extending it over your ear if you can, gently turning to look toward the ceiling under the arm and taking some deep breaths. Remember, focus on holding the position if you can, but always remember to breathe in and out slowly and deeply. And then engaging the core, breathing in, pushing up slowly. On your exhalation, bring your arm down, bring your legs back in together. Once again, just a little release and roll of the shoulders. And then from here, we're going to do a forward bending movement. This one has a nice spinal stretch, but it's also going to stretch out the back of the thighs a little bit as well. So this one is called the Sleeping Tortoise, Kurma-san, and we're doing a very gentle version of it. We're not going to, some of them are quite advanced, these the Sleeping Tortoises. We're going to just go into the gentle version. So we're starting by bending the knees a little bit and bringing the soles of the feet together. I'm just coming back a little bit so you can see how the feet are in relation to the legs. So your feet are well away from your body. You're not bringing them up close. Your knees are not really bent greatly, just a little bit bent. Place your hands on your knees, and just to loosen up the thighs and the knees, we give them a little bit of a press. And then grab the buttocks, pull the buttocks right out again, so you're forward on your sit bones. If you need that little cushion under there, remember to put it under there. All right, so now we're going to do a forward bending movement. And we're going to start taking palms out to side, breathing in, bringing your arms up, clasping your thumbs. On your exhalation, folding forward, coming down slowly, stretching out over the feet if you can, and just relax your hands down. Now they may not reach your feet, they might be further up towards your legs, that's fine. Just coming down and level your neck in line with your spine, and you can just feel that lovely stretch through the spine and into the lower back area as well. This one also has a shoulder element to it in the next part of the movement. So you're just going to lift the right knee a little and bring your right arm inside the knees, tuck that arm underneath that right leg, bringing the hand up towards the foot. Doing the same with the left. So lifting left knee, tucking left arm underneath and bringing the hand towards the foot. And then wobble forward a bit more on the sit bones. So now we're just going to do a little bit of work with the breath, and this is where we do a bit more of a sleeping tortoise movement. You can start to feel the back of the thighs working in this one too. Breathing in, open up a little bit more. On your exhalation, you're going to pull forward. At the same time, you're going to slowly lower the upper body and the head towards the feet. Just as far as you can, your head doesn't have to touch your feet. And just holding for a couple of breaths. Inhale, release, lifting the front of the body, head pops back up. So it's like the tortoise bringing its head up out of the shell. On your exhalation, pulling forward again and slowly pressing those forearms to the floor, lowering the upper body and the head, coming down and tucking that head back down under, pressing those thighs outwards. And we're going to do one more, so deep breath in, lifting the front of the body, and the head comes up again.
On your exhalation, pull forward, press the forearms down, slowly lower upper body and forehead toward the feet. Hold again. Breathing in, lifting the front of the body again. And this time we're going to untuck those arms. So one comes out first, then untucking the other one. Just relax there, forward. So nice relaxed position, just taking a couple more breaths. Now I'm going to demonstrate coming out of this the stronger way with a bit of core work, but you can uncurl the spine and just slide the hands up if you wish. So for the stronger work, stretch the arms forward, clasping your thumbs, engaging the core, breathing in. So you've got to use your thighs, using the belly, coming up slowly, stretch up toward the ceiling. And then exhale, bringing your arms slowly down. Bring your hands behind your knees. Lift up your knees and then release the legs. Stretch them out. Have a good shake of the legs. And bend the knees. Pat to the thighs. You might want to rub your knees. And then we're going to do a little bit of another lower back stretch. So for this one, just having the feet a little apart. Pull the buttocks right out. And clasping down around your ankles. Breathing in, lift, stretching up. On your exhalation, we're going to keep the back where it is, and we're just pulling the chest and the belly in a little bit between the space between the legs. Relax the shoulders. Let's take a couple more deep breaths. And release. Come up slowly and relax. A little shake, lean back and flopping knees and feet again in and out. And then feet together, gently rocking from side to side and back to centre, and then we'll do a little lifting one. So if you're able to lift your bottom and then gently rock side to side. If you're not, you just keep that bottom on the floor as you do the rocking. Coming back to centre, lower your bottom, and then come and sit in whatever is your most comfortable sitting position. Doesn't have to be cross-legged, it can be sitting with the legs stretched out. And we're going to just do a little bit of a neck stretch, a little bit of releasing before we do the camel posture, which I promised that we were going to do in this sitting sequence. So let's do a little bit of shoulder shrugging first. So bring the shoulders up and down. And then bring them up, and once again rotating the head slowly. Nice release for the neck. And then reverse. And bring your head back up slowly. Let your shoulders relax. Place your right palm to the floor beside you. Turn your left palm up. Inhale, raising left arm over your head, clasping your ear and pressing your head towards the left side, so it's stretching down through there. Lift up the right arm, stretching out to the fingertips, and then rotating the arm so the palm ends up facing up. Hold. Rotating back to centre, rotating the arm so the palm rotates the other way, and hold. Rotate back to centre, relax the arm down, release the pressure on your head, bringing your head up slowly, stretch, exhale, bringing left palm to floor, right palm up, inhale, bringing the right arm over, clasp your ear and pressing your head firmly towards that right side, hold, so we need to feel that good stretch there. Bringing left arm up, stretch it out, rotating the palm as far as you can, up. You can work the arm back a little bit more if that feels like a better stretch. It's where you feel you get the best stretch. Rotate back down, And then rotating the other way as far as you can. Hold. Good. Rotating down. Exhale, bring the arm down. Release the pressure, bring your head back to centre. Stretching. Exhale, lower. The shoulder shrugging again. And then alternately and nice and slowly rolling your shoulders. And then reverse. And relax the shoulders back and down. And we'll do a little wrist releasing one just to warm this area up a little bit. And then we're going to do that camel posture. So you're going to tucking the elbows in, clasp your hands and doing your infinity symbol. So just starting nice and slowly with that and working into the wrists. And then reverse that movement, feeling the nice stretch to the wrists. Reverse again and speed it up. And then reverse and do the speedy version again. And release, shaking out the fingers, squeeze in and out. And then gently release and stretch your legs out. And a little shake of the legs. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is the camel posture, Ustrasana. Now this one is basically a counterpose to the sleeping tortoise that we just did, where we're going to be doing a little back arching position. And this is also a really good stretch for your quadriceps, your front of the thigh muscles as well. It's quite a strong one on the lower back. It's a spinal flexibility movement. So just be aware of that. You can do a very gentle version of it if you want to. And we are going to just do the half camel posture initially. So for those that want to stick to just doing the half position, then that is absolutely fine. So now I'm just going to, hopefully won't have to move the camera, but let's just see how we go. So this is where we're going to be on our knees, and for anybody that does have sort of delicate kneecaps, you may need a little support. Remember these things, or cushion or a couple of cushions if need be. Try without. If you're on a wooden floor, you will need some support under your knees, but I've got nice spongy carpet, so I probably usually won't be requiring the support under the knees. Now I can see that we're going to have to just adjust the camera a little bit, so I'm very sorry, I apologise, but I am just going to be fiddling a little bit with that. And hopefully when I come back, you can maybe, no, not quite. Let's do a little bit more. Let's see how we go. How does that look? All right. So you can also have a look. One of the reasons is that I'm doing this next to the mirror, so that if you're not seeing everything from the actual front of the camera position, you can also check out what's going on in the mirror, because sometimes that will have a better picture as well. So we're going to have our knees about hip width apart, so they're a little apart. Pop those supports under the knees if you need them. As I said, we're going to start, we'll do just a little bit of a lower back release first. So you're going to place your thumbs in the small of the back, facing forward, and just press the pelvis forward a little bit and really engage those buttock muscles. Draw the shoulders back and just tucking the chin down toward the chest at this stage. So that's just a little, very preliminary movement. And then release. It's nice to release after each stretch we've done in the pose of the child. If you're able to sit back on your heels, sit back on your heels, or kneel up and then coming into the pose of the child. So we're just relaxing down. Hopefully you can see that. Just relax and let the shoulders release. You can also massage your lower back a little bit too. And then come up slowly, either kneeling up or sitting back on heels, and then we're going to come back to this kneeling up position. So now we're going to do that half camel movement. So you're going to place, first of all, both hands supporting the lower back. Remember, press the pelvis forward and keep the pelvis forward, and you should feel that good stretch to the front of the thighs. Just going to move this back slightly, just in the hopes that we just get a little bit more. It's a little bit better, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, all right, so hands on the thighs, press the pelvis forward, and then breathing in, raising the left arm up, slowly looking up if you can, and then arching back a little bit with upper body. You can look forward if you have any neck issues, so remember, don't strain the neck, but those who can, try and look up to the ceiling or back a little bit. And then exhale, coming up slowly, bringing the arm down, and we're going to go back and do a little release in pose of the child. So coming down and just relaxing. Remember, you can do variations to pose of the child. So you do one fist on the other, forehead on the top fist. And if you do want to massage your lower back, just do one fist and massage first one fist, taking it back, and then massaging the other side with the other fist. Or you're just in the actual pose of the child. And then coming up, gradually uncurling the spine and sitting back up again. And we're going to do the other side. So coming up onto the knees. Knees should be hip width apart again. Hands pressing against the lower back. Press the pelvis forward. So engage those buttocks. Inhale as we raise the right arm, slowly looking up for those who can. And then arching back with the upper body. Try and keep the pelvis forward. Looking up or back, or you look forward. So remember, anyone with neck problems, just look forward. And then exhale, slowly coming back up. Bring the arm down, and then sitting back gently on heels or from kneeling up, coming into your pose of the child or variation. And again, little massage to the lower back. We are stimulating the kidneys and the adrenal glands a little bit, so when we do our relaxation, we're going to just counterbalance that so that we are not too energized when we finish the class. And then coming up slowly, uncurling, coming back to sit up. And then for those who want to try the final position, it's the full camel posture. So coming back up with the knees a little apart again. Hands on the lower back area, pressing the pelvis forward. Breathing in, raising your head slowly, arching back a little bit. If you wish, bringing one hand down to each heel and taking the head back and looking up. Press the pelvis forward. And then bringing each hand back and slowly coming up, and then once again sitting back on the heels and coming into pose of the child or your variation, relaxing the shoulders, and again just a little massaging out around the lower back and the kidney area. And then let your arms relax. Close your eyes and focus on the breath. And then breathing in, uncurling the spine, coming up gradually, and bring your head up slowly, gently sitting back on your bottom, Stretch your legs out in front. Have a bit of a shake of your legs. Good. All right. So that is the end of our sitting session for tonight. So in a moment we're going to be doing our lying down work. We've got just a few little movements to do lying down, and then we're going to do a lovely relaxation. And this relaxation we're going to do is called Psychic Polarisation. But before we do that, we'll do our lying down asana work. Have a little break if you want to, switching the video off, have a little drink of water if you want to, and then coming back. And remember to have a bolster if you use a bolster for your relaxation practice, and a cushion to place under your head if you need it. Okay, so here we are back to do the lying down session. So first of all, if you are liking to use a cushion for supporting of your head, place that cushion where your head is going to go up that end, and then bring your feet down to the other end, and we're going to do our little rolling down movement to begin with. Hands on the thighs, take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, tuck the chin toward the chest, draw the belly in and pull the pelvic floor muscles up, and slowly peeling down, coming down gradually, vertebrae by vertebrae. We've got to engage the core strongly. Try and keep your heels on the ground, and eventually letting the lower back, and then gradually peeling down through the rest of the spine. Just going to move up so you can see me. So coming down until your head is on the floor. Make sure if you've got the cushion that it's in the right spot so that it's supporting your head and your neck, and then breathing in, raising your arms, stretching them over, arching up through the rib cage, pointing the toes away. Have a lovely stretch. And then exhale, bringing arms slowly down, and then bending your knees. Place your feet on the floor, lift and tuck the tailbone under, draw the knees up towards you, and hugging your arms over the top of the knees or under the knees if that works better for you. Try and keep that chin tucked toward the chest. Nice little stretch. This one's a lovely one after that Ustrasana camel movement that we did, just to counterpose that. And then place your hands on your knees and slowly rotate the knees around, massaging into the lower back. And then reverse, massaging in the other direction. And coming back to the center. So now we're going to do a little very relaxed happy baby movement. So you're going to push the knees out. So we're opening the knees up, flexing your feet, and then bring your arms in between your legs and see if you can grab the inside arches of the feet, lifting the feet up. You don't have to lift them all the way up this time. You can just lift them as far as you can, and pressing the tailbone toward the floor. And then we're going to roll over slowly towards the right side, just relaxing both knees down. And then push up with the left leg and roll back up onto the back. Exhale, slowly roll over to the left side. Just relax both knees down. Inhale, lift up the right leg, coming back up onto the back. Exhale, rocking over to the right, and relax. Lifting up the left leg, coming back up to center. Exhale, rolling over to the left, and relax the knees. Breathing in, pushing back up onto your back, pressing that lower back and tailbone down. Releasing the legs, bring the knees back in, and gently roll from side to side, then to center, And then place your feet down on the floor about hip width apart and your arms out to shoulder height, palms on the floor. And we're going to do a gentle spinal twist. So you're going to breathe in deeply. On your exhalation, taking your knees to the right and your head to the left. And just relax with your eyes closed, breathing slowly and deeply. Breathing in, bring knees and head to centre. And then exhale as you take your knees to the left and head to the right and relax. Eyes closed, deep breaths. Inhale, coming back to centre. Walk your feet to about mat width apart. So we've got a wider position now. Legs or knees are a little bit further open. So this was a little bit stronger, this one. Take a deep breath in. On your exhalation, taking your knees to the right and your head to the left. And you're going to try and bring your left knee towards the arch of your right foot, pressing down firmly. And if you want to make it a little bit stronger, you're going to lift your right foot and place it on top of the left knee and squeezing that left knee toward the floor. Head is turned toward the left. So this has got a little bit more outer thigh stretching to it. Just hold for a couple of breaths if you can. Release and bring the foot to the floor. Breathing in, bringing knees and head to centre. Feet still mat width apart. Exhale, taking knees to the left and head to the right. Bringing your right knee towards the arch of the left foot. Remember, we don't want to overwork the knees. If you've got any knee injuries, just go carefully. If you want to make it a bit stronger, lift up the left foot, place it on top of the right knee, squeezing it down, holding it down. Close your eyes, focus on slow, deep breaths. Release. Bring the foot to the floor. Breathing in, bring your knees up slowly to centre. Bring your arms down. Lift your knees. Once again, we're going to hug the knees in towards the body. And then loosely clasping the knees. Exhale, bring your head up and squeezing knees and face towards each other. Hold if you can. You won't be breathing deeply, but keep breathing. And then inhale, bring your head to the floor and release. Stretch your legs down. Just relax for a moment with your arms out, eyes closed, and gently roll your head from side to side, and then bring your head to centre. Just relax. Open your eyes slowly. Bring your arms beside your body, palms on the floor. Bend your knees. Bring your feet to the floor, walking the feet up towards the buttocks. And you're going to have your knees about hip width apart. So the next position we're going to do, I'm just going to come down a little bit so you can see a little bit more, is we're going to do a version of the bridge posture. This version we're going to be raising our arms as we lift the spine or roll the spine up off the floor. This is another one of these ones that if you want to actually watch it first, then do that. And then do your version of it, because it's not all that good if you are turning your head all the time to try and look toward the screen. So have a look at how the posture is done and then come back and follow along, switch it back to the beginning of the posture and just follow along without having to turn your head from side to side. So we're going to tuck the chin toward the chest. And we're going to press the lower back into the floor firmly first so the belly is engaged. Breathing in, lifting the bottom a little off the floor and lifting both hands a little off the floor. Just holding that position for a breath in and out. So we start to feel the thighs engaging. And then inhale, begin slowly rolling up through the spine and raising the arms slowly as well. Bringing your arms up and over your head, tucking chin toward the chest. And then we're going to really push up through the thighs. Try and engage the buttocks and the thighs, and taking a couple more deep breaths in and out. So this one working on strengthening the thighs, the buttocks, lower back. And then on your exhalation, we're coming down slowly, so peel slowly down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Remember, the arms are also coming down at the same time. Try and coordinate the arms as you peel your spine gradually down, and eventually the lower back coming down, and then the bottom and the hands touching the floor. Relax, bringing knees back towards you, hugging arms around or under the knees, squeeze. And then rotating the knees slowly and smoothly, and then reverse. Back to Sita, placing the feet on the floor. So this time what we're going to do is just a little reclining star posture, so that we're going to work on a little bit of deep breathing as well as opening up of the hips. And the deep breathing is going to just get us prepared a little bit for our psychic polarisation, which we'll be doing in the relaxation. So I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together and take your knees out to the side. Now, if your hips or lower back is uncomfortable, press your feet further away from your body. Make sure your neck is in line with your spine. Place your hands on the top of the thighs and just a little bit of a press. So we're encouraging those hips to open up a little bit more. Also just relax that lower back a little bit towards the floor. Then bring your arms out, turn your palms upwards, curling your fingers, and close your eyes. Gently roll your head from side to side and to centre. So we're just going to stay in this reclining star, Supta Baddha Konasana, for a little bit of a deep breathing session. At any stage, if you need to release your legs, please do. Don't create discomfort or pain. Bring your attention now to the breath. Begin slowing and deepening the breath. Focus on creating a smooth flowing movement. On the inhalation, the breath flowing up, navel to throat. On the exhalation, the breath flowing down, throat to navel. A little pause after your inhalations and exhalations is natural. And if that feels comfortable, then you're doing that. Focus on creating relaxed, wave-like motion with the breath. If you feel uncomfortable or as if you are straining at any stage, adjust the breath so that you feel completely comfortable and relaxed. And just continue focusing on the breath, doing 3 more rounds of full yoga breathing. If it's comfortable, close your mouth. just using the nose, unless your nose is blocked, in which case you will open your mouth as well. And now after the next exhalation, then let go of your full yoga breathing. Open your eyes. Place your hands under the top of your thighs so you support your thighs, and slowly bring your knees up and together, and then lift them in towards your chest again, and hugging over or under the knees with a nice squeeze. And then release, circle once again, and reverse. If you prefer to come up to a sitting position by rolling to your side, you can do that. Otherwise, it's quite nice to invigorate the spine a little bit with some rocking and rolling. So tucking hands under knees, lifting your head, chin towards the chest, and rocking forwards and backwards. And you just do 3 or 4 or maybe half a dozen rocks, and then eventually rocking yourself to sit up. And we are going to get ourselves ready to do the relaxation for tonight. So what you will need for your relaxation is, a lot of people will feel quite comfortable if you have a bolster under your knees, and also a cushion under your head for those who need it for neck support. Also, if it's a little bit cool, and even if you're not feeling cool, you might be feeling that there is some nice warmth flowing through your body at the moment, but that may change when you get into a relaxation state. So it's nice to have a light blanket to cover yourself with. So if you'd like to just go and get any of those things that you may need, and then come back and we'll get you ready into Savasana and for our relaxation practice tonight. Also remember to switch off the lights, or any bright lights that you have. If you want to just keep some soft lighting on, that's fine, but remember, don't have any bright lights because they can be quite distracting. Well, the other thing you can have is, if you do have an eye mask or a little eye pad, you can actually place that over your eyes when you're doing these relaxations in Savasana. So please, when you're ready, just do have a little break, and then come back and we'll get ready to do that psychic polarisation relaxation. So here we are back to do our relaxation session. Now, as I said, tonight we're going to do the Psychic Polarisation Kundalini Relaxation meditation practice. And I'll tell you a little bit about this practice once we've got you into your relaxation position. So this practice is best done lying down in Savasana, the corpse or blissful posture. So if you can just get yourself nice and comfortable now in that position, and placing a cushion under your head if you need it for neck support, and your bolster under your knees, and just allowing the legs to relax onto the bolster, and then relaxing your arms down beside you, the palms facing upwards, and the fingers lightly curled. We'll be doing a little body scan first of all, and if you need to adjust anything as we move through the body scan, then please do so. So if you wish, you can also put that little iPad over your eyes if you have one, or your eye mask, and that way you'll be blocking out the light as well. You don't need to actually have your eyes, well, you'll be having your eyes closed for this whole session. So once you are ready, cover yourself up with your little blanket if you've got that, and make sure you've got socks and jackets on, and then softly close your eyes and try and keep them closed for the duration of this relaxation session. So the first thing we're going to do is move through the body scan. So bringing your attention down to your feet and your toes, and just relax them as much as you can. Become aware of your legs, noticing how they're positioned. Notice the bolster if you have one under your knees, checking that it's in the most comfortable and supportive position. Moving up to your hips, thighs, your buttocks and lower back, and making sure everything's as level or as well aligned as possible. Tucking the tailbone forward and under a little if you need to, especially if you don't have a bolster, then sometimes we just need to release that lower back a little bit. Moving up through your back, feeling the back muscles releasing, shoulder blades sinking deeply into the floor, shoulders relaxing back and down, your arms heavy and relaxed on the floor beside you, palms facing up and fingers lightly curled. Bringing your focus to your neck, and then gently roll your head slowly from side to side. We just do that to release any residual neck tension. And then bring your head back into the centre, allowing your chin to tuck slightly towards your chest. Your lips just touching, tongue resting at the back of your upper teeth, eyes softly closed, and keep them closed for the duration. Become aware of the contact points of your body with the floor, with the bolster, cushion and any other supports, and focus on feeling a sense of heaviness, feeling the muscles of your body, releasing, relaxing, letting go of all tension and tightness. Feeling your legs heavy, feeling your back sinking deeply down, feeling the front of your body loose and relaxed, shoulders heavy and relaxed, all of the facial muscles letting go, feeling your head sinking deeply into the floor, your whole body comfortable, heavy and deeply relaxed. Now bring your attention into the centre of your forehead, and I just want you to focus your attention there while I'm going to give you a little bit of information about this psychic polarisation practice. So the psychic polarisation practice brings about a harmony and balance between the positive and negative energy flows of the body. It's also focusing on the energetic system as well, and helps to balance the mind and the emotions. It is suggested that as we may magnetize a piece of iron with a magnet, so we may magnetize or polarize the body with mental currents passing through the psychic nerves or the nadis. The benefits of regularly practicing the technique include relief from anxiety and depression, easing exhaustion, both mental and physical, and helping with insomnia. It develops concentration and visualization abilities. The nadis or energy channels are cleared and purified through direct control of the nervous energy of the body. So this is a wonderfully relaxing practice to do just before you go to sleep at night, and especially helpful for those who are having trouble sleeping. So I'm going to explain the practice to you, and then we are going to put it into practice. And when I'm explaining the practice the first time, you don't actually need to do it. Just be aware of actually taking in the instructions. We have different elements involved. There's visualization elements, sensory elements, and also the element of sensing the flow of energy, the currents of energy flowing down and up the body. You can focus on all of the elements if you wish, or just one or maybe a couple of the elements. It's up to you, and it's up to whatever feels most relaxing for you. Now we're going to begin by doing some full yoga breathing and getting that going. Then, as I said, I'll explain the practice. I'm going to explain it twice. The first time you can just listen, and the second time then you can start to put it into practice. But let's get the full yoga breathing going first. So bring your attention from your internal space inside your head back to the breathing. Notice the breath and begin to actively slow and deepen your breathing, but remember to keep it comfortable. Also, if it's comfortable, close your mouth. And just focus on getting that nice smooth wave-like motion going with the breath. And the breath flows up on the inhalation and down on the exhalation. And that will start to become automatic, and you won't need to think about it, but to begin with, it might be something that you do actually just need to focus on getting going. The actual visualization process will work in reverse of the breathing, so it's important to get the breathing practice going pretty automatically, so that when you're doing the visualizing, then you get that polarization or direct opposition of the flows going. So now just continue focusing on your full yoga breathing, keeping that going, getting that into a nice rhythm. And I'll explain the visualization and sensory practice to you. Remember to just listen to it for this first explanation. So on each slow, deep inhalation, you're going to visualize, imagine and feel warm, golden energy flowing down through your head, flowing all the way down through the center of your body, down your legs and out through both of your feet. On each slow, deep exhalation, going to visualize and feel cool, pale blue energy flowing up through your feet and then up your legs, up through the center of your body, up through your head and flowing out through the top of your head. So you're focusing on inhaling the warm, positive energy down your body and focusing on exhaling the cool, negative energy which flows up your body. So I'll just explain the practice and let you then continue it yourself. I'll be quiet, but every now and then I might suggest you focus on something in particular, but I try and be quiet for a lot of the practice after I've finished the second instructions. So you can start doing the practice now. On each slow, deep inhalation, visualize and feel warm, golden, positive energy flowing down through your head, down through the center of your body, down through your legs, and passing out through your feet. On each slow, deep exhalation, visualize and feel the cool, pale blue negative energy flowing up through your feet, up your legs, flowing up through the center of your body, up through your head, passing out through the top of your head. So be quiet for a little bit, continue the practice. Try to focus on the sensation of the energies flowing down and up your body. Focus on the sensation of warmth flowing down and the sensation of coolness flowing up. Visualize the golden positive energy flowing down as you inhale, and visualize the pale blue negative energy flowing up as you exhale. Visualize sunlight flowing down your body as you inhale, and visualize moonlight flowing up your body as you exhale. Focus on the sensation of warm flowing down as you inhale, and the sensation of coolness flowing up as you exhale. Focus on whichever elements seem to come naturally to to you, whether visual, sensory, or focusing on the flows of energy. Complete 3 more rounds of inhaling the positive energy and exhaling the negative energy. On your next exhalation, after you've completed it, let go of the whole practice. Let go of visualizing, sensing and feeling. Let go of your full yoga breathing and allow your breath to come back to your natural rhythm. Keep your eyes closed at this point and begin to become aware again of your surroundings. Noticing sounds and movements, and then bring your attention back into your physical body, and we will gently awaken, starting down at your feet and toes. Begin to wiggle them. Give the toes a little squeeze. Circle your ankles. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. Lift up your hands and gently rotate your wrists, and then give them a little shake. Take a deep, slow breath in, raising your arms up, and have a lovely stretch out and yawn if you want to. And then as you exhale, relax, bringing your arms down beside you. Gently roll your head from side to side and then back to the center. When you are ready, bend your knees, lift them up towards your chest, clasp them and gently roll from side to side. And then when you are ready, roll over to your side slowly. Take your time to ease yourself slowly into a sitting position, and then slowly open your eyes. Psychic polarization, once you have practiced it several times, will become easier and easier and more relaxed. Just try to remember, the more you practice these relaxations and these meditations, the more beneficial they will be. Regular practice is how you will improve your balance and your relaxation and your ability to control your thoughts, your mind, and ultimately to meditate effectively. Remember, when we're doing the psychic polarization visualization, it's better to do it in Savasana with the legs stretched out. However, if you prefer to sit up, you can certainly do that. You can have your back up against the wall and legs stretched out. Avoid crossing your legs for psychic polarisation. It's one of the few relaxation practices where we prefer the legs to be uncrossed so that the energies can flow freely all the way down and all the way up your body without being restricted. So I do hope you've enjoyed this gentle yin hatha yoga practice, and please practice the yoga as often as possible. You can do sections of the class at a time if you wish, and also come back to visit JD Healing Vibes often, because I post up regular new videos to my YouTube channel. So I hope you have a beautiful and restful sleep tonight after having done this nice relaxing yoga class, and especially finishing with the psychic polarization. So namaste.